What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the PC channel. In this episode, I just built my friend's PC and he gave me this laptop in return for doing so. It's a fairly old laptop with some pretty basic specs, which we will go over right now. I'm not sure on the name of the laptop, but you can see by the sticker here. It's got an AMD Athlon CPU with the integrated Radeon graphics. I'm pretty sure it says it on the back, but we'll just have a look at the specs right here. If we go into Task Manager, this laptop is very slow. It takes loads of time to load up pretty much anything. You see here. Let's just go into the Performance tab. Yeah, you can see here. Our CPU is the AMD Athlon Silver 3050U with Radeon graphics. Pretty basic CPU. By the looks of it, 2 cores and 2 threads. Under RAM, we have 4 GB of DDR4 clocked at 2400 megahertz, or mega transfers a second. And we have a fairly slow 1 TB SATA hard drive. And of course, we have the Radeon graphics over here. Pretty basic stuff. But in this episode, because there's no chance of it running literally anything, I'm pretty sure my ThinkPad runs faster than this. There's a couple things that we could do. 1, repaste the laptop. 2, upgrade the RAM. And 3, upgrade the storage. And then see if there's anything else that may be expandable on this laptop to make it just that little bit faster. So that's what I am going to have a look at. So I'm just going to power it off. I believe that's the power button, although I'm not too sure. Yeah, that is a power button, but shut it off here. So as you can see, very slow. Clicking something, it's barely responding to it. And I believe that is because of the hard drive. So as you can see, it is constantly at 100% utilization. So we will just shut it off when it wants to load. Then we will upgrade it. Okay, so for this upgrade, we have to remove this strip, which is kind of annoying. Well, 2 strips, but unfortunately, I ended up breaking the first one. It snapped in half. As you can see, the back one came off alright. But yeah, there's screws underneath the thing. Oh yeah, that's not one there. And 1, 2, 3, 4 up the top. So I'm going to get them all done, and then I'll see you guys inside of the laptop. Okay, so this is the inside of the laptop. As you can see, I got all that sticky stuff off. Unfortunately, it means it'll be a lot more difficult to put the things back on, but we are going to repaste the laptop, and I believe our CPU should be under there. So let's have a little look. Just undo the screws. The screwdriver might be a bit easier to use. We will also upgrade the RAM and put an SSD in it. It's a good thing to know that we can, in fact, put a M.2 drive in this laptop, because there is a rather weird, wonky M.2 slot over here. It's really strange. I've never seen anything like it on these PCs, on these laptops before. You see how it's not straight with everything else? It's not parallel. It runs a bit wonky. It's quite cool though. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any other M.2 drives that I could slot into there, so I don't have any on me, so I'm not going to buy one for this. I'll just use a SATA SSD, should be good enough. Yeah, I would say hard drive is our main thing that we need to upgrade, as well as the RAM. I'm unsure how bad the thermals could possibly be, so we will have a look. But hopefully, there we go. There is our CPU. Some quite gunky thermal paste. Just get a bit of tissue or something and give that a wipe down. Just go. Yeah, you can see that's quite cakey. It's not going to be ideal for cooling the surface of the CPU. Just get all of that off there. Then we can go and get some proper, decent thermal paste here. And kind of apply it to the surface. That should be more than enough. That will squish down quite nicely, hopefully. And then just get this, give it a nice little blowout. Okay, gets a lot of the dust out of the way. There is quite a bit of dust in there. Not too much, but there is a bit. Give it a little press down. Then start re-adding the screws. There we go. There's our CPU repasted, and it should be run a lot cooler. Should allow it to run a bit faster. It's nothing too major, but just a nice little upgrade. I'm just going to get a box of my RAM. I'm unsure if I have any DDR4 slowdowns, but we will see. Box of various RAM sticks. We've even got a pouch of some DDR3, I believe. Yeah, let's just get all of the desktop sticks out of the way. See, there's quite a lot, various different types. Probably not the most ideal way to store RAM, but I'm not too fussed. As usual, all the sodiums go straight to the bottom. This one. Can't tell. I'll take these out and have a look separately. DDR3. It's going to be old DDR3. DDR2 probably. Oh. Don't know if that one's going to work, but I will. Probably not. I'm pretty sure that's the one I got from CEX and it was like that. Pretty sure this is DDR4, yep. That's similar to what we have, if not the same as what we have. So that's good. So that would at least double it. What's this one? Not a clue. That looks like part of that. PC4, so it's another 4 gig. PC3. Just drop something on the floor. I believe that's PC3 as well. Yep. I'm on one. Oh, and there's a CPU in there. Don't know how that got there. CPU is this. It looks like an LGA 775 chip, but let's see. Oh, CPU. It is a Core 2 Duo. Yeah, LGA 775. Well, I wasn't looking for it, but at least I found it. I can go back in there. So that looks to be all of our upgrade options, unfortunately. Only 2 4 gig sticks and then 2 unknown sticks. We might have to have a look at these to see what they are. I'll line them up with these and see if they match. Could be. Could be. But yeah, I'll have a look at these first. I'll just Google up the serial number and see what it comes up as, and then we shall do some modifying. Okay, so this looks to be a kit for 2 DDR4 sticks. I'm not sure at what speed they run at, but I suppose we could always just install it and see. Let's take out that Samsung stick of DDR4, put it with this other Samsung stick that I also have. There's our DDR4, and install these 2 Lenovo ones, just because. And I'm pretty sure these are the same kit, though I'm not certain, but chances are it will be. Go, get that in there, and then we'll get an SSD to install. Okay, so I have this NETAC SSD that I was using in the upcoming video, which may not even get posted now, I'm not even sure. But it does have an OS, which I'm pretty sure is Windows 11, installed already on it, and some games, so hopefully that should mean that I don't have to install anything. I will also give this a little wipe down, just with this tissue, just get some of that dust off. There you go, all that came off. That will increase airflow, I suppose. And then we can somehow remove the SSD. Okay. Yeah, not bad. I mean, well, it's slow, but 1 terabyte laptop hard drive, I don't already have one that's that big, funnily enough, so I'll take that. That is not terrible. Maybe useful in future, but I'll happily have a 500 gigabyte SSD over this 1 terabyte hard drive. But yeah, not a bad unit, and I'll go put that with my other laptop hard drives, which I'm starting to grow a bit of a collection of at the moment. Seems to be the common theme with PC parts around here. Right, anyway, let's install this part onto the SSD. I suppose it's just a bracket of sorts. Screw it in, I believe it was this screw. Yeah, this will probably be an SSD that I use in quite a few of these types of videos where I'm upgrading laptops and stuff, because it already has some games on it. It already has, you know, it's already been used. It's already got everything on it that I need, so I won't have to install anything, or I won't have to install much, and I can just pretty much, it will just be plug and play. But yeah, potentially I might max upgrade this further, because it could have more RAM, so we will put it to 16 at some point. If it can have 32, but I don't think it can take it. And then I would max upgrade the ThinkPad T420, which has the i5 in it, but can have an i7. I just don't know. Well, the i7's about £19. It's not terrible, but it's about the same price as the whole laptop cost me. I bought that laptop for £20, so you know, it's not really, I don't really want to be spending £20 for a CPU, because it's a 2nd gen i7 mobile chip when it's currently got an i5 2nd gen mobile chip. But then if I upgrade both of these to their full potential and give them each a fighting chance and see which one's better against each other, and then also do a whole price chart and everything, if I can find all the parts, I should be able to, because it would be in my eBay history. But yeah, right, so now we've got our SSD installed, RAM installed, thermal paste has been redone. That's pretty much all we can do on this at the moment. I believe it can take 16 gig of RAM, maybe 32. But anyway, let's go into the laptop and have a look at what it's doing. Alright, I now have the laptop on the Windows. Downloaded a couple of I already had some games downloaded. I just downloaded Car X Drift Racing. I should probably download River Tuner, although I won't need to for Car X Drift Racing necessarily, as I do already have. It does have an FPS tracker on the game, but I'll go ahead and download Afterburner anyway, which you do by searching MSI Afterburner. As you can see, it's already performing a lot better. Well, I can see that anyway. Like, it's performing quite well. Just with that SSD and that extra 8 gig of RAM, we're actually getting some responsiveness out of the thing. I'm friends with the previous owner of this laptop, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So I'll ask him, he's going to watch this video, and I'll ask him, you know, what he thinks of it. I'll get him to comment it down below, so you guys can see what he thinks of the comparison to how it was before, because he's used it before. I haven't really used it that much. And yeah, see what he thinks about how the laptop has turned out. But I would say from where I used it before, where it was taking ages to open a tab or anything, I'd say it's already a big improvement. It could be even better with some more RAM, but I'm already happy with how it's turning out. I'm not sure how it's going to perform on the games. Probably not going to do very well, but after all, it's a laptop that cost me nothing. I was originally going to pay him £30 for it, I think. So £30 laptop, not bad. I mean, yeah, you could argue it's a friend thing, like, so you might argue that someone would pay more for it or less for it. Who knows? But that's where I would be on this laptop anyway. I would say about £30 to £40. So I'll go with the cheaper side of it for the sake of keeping the budget low. But yeah, so I found similar spec laptops online for like a similar price, so it's not too bad. Just install MSI Afterburner, and then I'll see you guys in the game once we've got all of the on-screen display and like the graphs and stuff in the top corner. Okay, so I have set up MSI Afterburner, and now we can launch some of our games. Well, actually, no, we can't. We have to open River Tuner in a second, minimize that, and we will need to maybe reopen that potentially. So yeah, you have to reopen it after closing it. No, after changing the settings to get River Tuner back up sometimes. So there we go. Now we've got River Tuner, on-screen display, on, go. Then we can load up a game. So to start off, I'm going to load up Car X Drift Racing Online. It's a game that I quite enjoy to play in my personal time. I'm not very good at it on my laptop, or no, on my PC. Well, by good, I mean money-wise and cars-wise, general progress, because I only just restarted it the other day. But on my previous platforms like PS4, Xbox and Nintendo, I actually had quite a few cars, so, you know, I've only got like maybe 6-ish cars, I'm not too sure. Yeah, hopefully it's boots up eventually, and I'll see you guys inside of the game. Okay, so we're in the game, and as you can see, it is running horribly, but we will just lower the graphics pretty much as I can. Turn FPS off. For the sake of it, we might want to turn smoke off too. Just have all of that off. Just adjust the graphics settings to, you know, just to the point that it actually runs it fairly well. So unfortunately we are going to have to restart this to actually make it, you know, work. But yeah, it's literally got most of the settings on, which is annoying. We have to slowly turn these off. It's a very slow process of adjusting the settings. So yeah, let's restart it to make all of our little changes actually work. Hopefully you guys can still see the screen because, well, my phone's telling me that it's got low battery. It should be on charge, so we'll see. Okay, so now we've slightly improved our FPS, still not great. So now we are going to change our settings even more to maybe have it run 720p. We'll have it on 720p, just for the sake of it. And then also, whatever these settings are, we'll have those all off. We'll have shadows on low. We'll have everything on low for now. The quality's not going to be great. It's going to run better on things like a Switch or anything. But, okay, now we're getting 22 FPS. We'll actually go into a lobby, or well, just a track, and see how it performs. Hopefully my controller's going to connect eventually. Because, well, I just hate playing this game without a controller. So. Don't know why it's not connecting though. There we go, it's connected now. Now we can actually go into the drift map. Should have realistically gone to training, but should be alright. Just go to training. And just go for this track. It's a fairly basic track in the game. Unsure of how well you're going to be able to see the stats in the corner. So, zoom it in a bit. You can barely make them out, but it's fine. So we're getting about between 14 and 28 FPS. It's really not great. I'd argue it's playable. From my previous experiences, I'd say this is remotely playable. I mean, I am drifting around, aren't I? So, can't be that bad. Yeah, I mean, if this was the only thing I had to play games on, I'd still be somewhat satisfied with at least being able to play the games. Potentially, from the way it's looking at the moment, games like Roblox, which my friend said to me, Roblox ran very bad and froze for like 20 seconds every 5 minutes, I think he said. And I mean, by the looks of it, it might be alright. But yeah, this is fairly, well, pretty low settings for this game. But yeah, I mean, I'm still driving around and everything. I'm still getting, you know, I'm still able to play the game. So it's not bad. But yeah, it's just not great either. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty basic test on this game. Didn't really go over much, but you know, we changed some settings, got it to, we'll say 25 FPS on average, just to be a bit generous, because it's currently at 25 now. It was at 28 for a while. But yeah, it does drop when you hit stuff. But yeah, overall, not a great experience yet, also not a bad one. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, so we are in CS2. on the laptop. Tried to get River Tuner to work, but for some reason it doesn't want to load. For what, I have not a clue why. But I can tell you, I'll give you a rough estimate on FPS and playability anyway. So far in menus we're getting what I can only say is around 20 FPS, because I'd see how 30 is smooth, but we're probably sitting at around 20 or less. So we'll have a little look. It's just loading all of its things and whatnot. It's just taking a very long time. Anytime today. I think it's nearly done now. Yep. Let's just give it a second. Might have to play on keyboard, I'm not too sure yet. It's doing completely nothing at the moment. Potentially might have crashed, I'm not too sure. It's frozen. Ooh. Let's just give it a second. So far it's not looking like CS2 is an option here. So I think we're just going to call it quits and move it on to our next game. Okay, so we are currently trying to load into GTA 5 online. Legacy version, of course, we're not going to run enhanced on a laptop that's this slow. My gaming laptop has a difficult time sometimes running GTA 5 enhanced anyway, and that's got GTX 1650 and 10th gen i5 in it, so you know. But yeah, it's not looking too bad so far. Just waiting, I suppose, for it to load us into the game. The CPU is only consuming 5.6 watts of power, which is really not bad. But anyway, I'm going to wait for it to load in and then we'll have a look. Okay, so we are in GTA 5 online on Legacy Edition. I've turned VSync off. It was on half and it was getting consistent 30 FPS. I'm not sure why, but now it's kind of fluctuating above and below. So for stability, I mean, we've already demonstrated that it can get some decent FPS. Oh, 200. Obviously that's just because we're on nothing, but that's, you know, yeah. Technically I could lie in the thumbnail and say 200 FPS, but obviously that would be BS, so let's not do that. Let's just give it a minute to load everything. It's still slow, don't get me wrong, but it's still running GTA 5 online, nevertheless. Sure, it's at 25 FPS at the moment, but it's not the end of the world. It's still GTA at the end of the day. Now, I haven't touched any of the settings at the moment, and I'm pretty sure they could probably do some changes. So let's just go into the graphic settings and we'll have a look. There we go. So on graphics, it's on 768, fair enough. 60 hertz. See, I'll put VSync on half. Put this to, tell you what, put this to 1080. Yeah. And then we'll go to the advanced graphics. Put it on to 1080p. This is going to cook our frame rate, but the plan is we're going to lower whatever we can, and then we'll have a look. Okay, so 1080p. The game looks good, but we're only getting 20 FPS, so realistically that's not playable, so we are going to have to downgrade the resolution, unfortunately. But I mean, what can you do? It's a decent game trying to run on a, quite frank, rubbish laptop. However, we could maybe put it to, like, I don't know, I saw 1050. I think I saw 1024 a minute ago. It's still better than the ThinkPad at the moment, because that ran GTA, just regular story modes, like 20 FPS on the lowest graphic setting. So let's have a look how we're running it at the moment. Okay, yeah, 19 FPS. It's really not great. I mean, it's still, to me, this is playable to an extent. I mean, not with that freeze, but there was a time where I had to experience like 18 FPS on Fortnite and like 30 FPS on BeamNG. So yeah, it's not great, and I mean, this is really laggy. So I'm going to put it to 720p on those low settings, and we'll just see what we can get out of it, sort of thing. Yep, 720p. Okay, let's just let it settle at that 720p resolution. Okay, 21 FPS, 22. It's not great. It really isn't great at all. However, in story mode, I did a little test prior. I was getting like 30 FPS. But yeah, I mean, it's not really playable as it is. Especially not in online. But yeah. Now, we know what we're getting around 1080p, which is 1080p is about 20, looking at 25 and 720. If we go for the lowest of the low, so same as the ThinkPad, which barely even ran online, I think it's 800 by 600. We might be able to do an eGPU sort of thing with this laptop in future, because we have that M.2 slot. I think I've heard of M.2 eGPU setups, so potentially we will do that at some point, which could be quite a cool thing to do. But yeah, you can see it up in the corner. We're looking at about fluctuating at around 25 FPS to as low as like 15. But yeah, this is pretty much the last game in this video. I mean, I'm still trying to do stuff, it's just not working. But it's still, this laptop has surprised me to an extent. I think one last test we'll do is Roblox, and then we will call it a day. But yeah, we'll move on to Roblox, and that'll be the last game for the video. But yeah, this is, I mean, like, we've got no floor. It's questionable. But yeah, let's move on to Roblox. Okay, so we are on Roblox now. This is one of the games that I like to play. Let's just pause that. This is one of the games that I like to play quite often, and it has quite a big range in graphics. So you can have really good, which is what I run on on my PC and my gaming laptop, and then you have mid, which is what I run on everything else. I'm just going to use the controller just because it's that little bit easier on this laptop anyway, because I have to use the trackpad. But yeah, I do want to full screen this, if you'll let me. let's just review our settings. There we go, 60 FPS. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's not letting me full screen. Okay, well, perhaps we'll have to run it not on full screen. It won't let me full screen it, but let's have a look. I saw a full screen a minute ago. Here we go. And go. Okay, wow, this is running, at least. Let's just spawn a car. This might be where it gets a little bit more unhappy. I mean, yeah, the graphics are cooked. It makes this car look pink. Let's tell you what, we'll up the settings a bit more. I wonder what it runs at full graphic settings. Manual. It's probably not going to be very happy now, because this is a particularly difficult game to run, as you can see. It does not like that. So let's maybe put it about half and see how it's looking at half. I'm going to put it up. There we go. What I wanted was to be able to actually see the car normally. Okay, now we've taken a hit to performance, quite a big one at that. Yeah, as soon as it adds that paint in, it's really not happy. As you can see, let's maybe tweak about with the graphics settings a bit more. So we put it to that one, then the FPS is fine-ish. It's not great. So let's leave this game, because I mean it's a bit of an ambitious game to go for when you're trying to run it on a laptop such as this. But let's say we go for a game. Mostly I play car games, but this is a lot lighter of a car game. It's fairly basic graphics wise, which you'll see. So then we should be able to go on to maximum graphics settings and it should run fine, hopefully. We can hope. If it would actually let me adjust them. Here we go. Okay, yeah, this is where it gets a bit. Just let it load everything in, and then it should hopefully settle down. Okay, yeah, that's lagging a bit. So I think what we're going to do is lower the graphics settings even more. Alright, lowering settings on Roblox. I mean, it's a laptop, what do you expect? But yeah, if this video does, like, alright, let's say it gets 200 views, then I'll buy that eGPU setup for M.2s. I have one for PCIe X1, but I don't have one for M.2. So. Oh yeah, stop button. Forgot about that. This game has a stop button. Right. Okay. But I mean, this is playable though. Like, yeah, it has a few hiccups every now and again, but then again, it is playable. Let's say this is around your average Roblox game in terms of graphics and everything. It's not terrible. It's usable, but this laptop's obviously more so for, well, just for light use, to be fair. So yeah, just whack an SSD and some RAM in it, and then you can use it for your emails and all of your browsing, Word documents, etc. Gaming, obviously it's not going to be great at all, but it's still done all right considering everything else. That will be all for this video. There might be a part 2 on this laptop, I'm not too sure yet. There might even be a part 3, it just depends what I do and when. But yeah, that will be all for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do hit that like button and the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.